So, Profit First has been recommended to me, and I've heard it discusses having 5 different bank accounts: income, expenses, profit, tax, and owner's pay. Are you familiar with this method? I am familiar with the book. It's sitting here and have recommended it to people before. It is a great system for a business owner that feels like money comes in, money goes out. I don't know what it's going out for. I never feel like I pay myself enough. So it's a great system to put in place to say, okay, every time I get a amount deposited in my bank account, I split that up and it goes into all these different accounts. So I put money away for profit first, then I pay for expenses and taxes. It becomes a good way to track all of that. I'm looking at my tax account and I have this many dollars in there. My accountant is telling me that I need this many dollars. So I'm short, I'm ahead. So it becomes good for a tracking instead of being like, okay, there's $5,000 sitting in this operations account. And what do I use it for? I found that for someone that needs a system like that, it's great. One of the biggest downfalls is if you don't have a bank that allows automatic transfers for those different pieces, you're doing it manually. If you get paid more than once or twice a month, it becomes very tedious, especially if you're getting paid every day. Those are some of the downfalls. Relay Financial is a fintech bank. They have partnered with Mike Michalowicz, who wrote the book, to automate all of those rules. So for someone that's looking to do the profit first methodology, they are already partnering with him and have already created the tech to say, okay, I want 10% to go to profit every time I get a deposit. I want 20% to go to this and 50% to go to that. So that makes it a lot easier than manually calculating all those
Right.
percentages and making all those transfers. It's a good system. It's not for everybody. And if you're one of the other pieces that I've seen where people stop using it is they don't estimate those percentages right. So when they're making their transfers, they're not truly following the system. They're like, oh, I'm going to put 10% into profit, but I've got this big bill. So now I'm transferring from my profit account to my expense account to pay that bill. You're, defeating the purpose because what it's really meant to do is rein in spending in that expense account. Once those dollars are gone for the month, you're not supposed to spend anything else. But as most
Mhm.
business owners know, that is not a reality. There's always that
Yeah.
one more thing. Where does it come out of? It comes out of the profit account, or even worse, the tax account. It can be a really good method. It's not perfect, as any system isn't perfect. But if you are doing it manually, you're literally seeing all those pieces moving. Whereas like the automated one with Relay, it's doing it on the back end. You don't even notice, but
Yeah.
you're not necessarily in that day-to-day feel of like, oh, now because I'm transferring to my profit account, oh, I've got $15,000 sitting in there. Hmm. Now do I transfer that out to myself? Do I leave it as like a cushion, the buffer, the safety zone? The book is worth a read to see if it fits what you want to do and whether you want to put in time and effort into literally following the system as he created
Mhm.
it.